At a time of national crisis, I find it extraordinary that we're actually having a prime ministerial contest, a leadership contest in the Conservative Party. It seems utterly self-indulgent, and even more self-indulgent when there are 16 million people cutting back on, quote, food and essentials, for Liz Truss to be fantasizing about tax cuts. I can't see how that works, because tax cuts are supposed to increase our ability to spend. Tax cuts are also presumably going to make it harder for the government to pay for social care, for schools, for hospitals, and so on. And more than that, tax cuts seem to fly in the face of what the Governor of the Bank of England is doing by raising interest rates. Raising interest rates surely is designed to discourage spending. So we've got two groups of people who are discouraging spending. We've got the Governor of the Bank of England, who's raising interest rates, and we've got the 60 million people who are reported to be cutting back on food and essentials. Not just trimming luxuries, they're cutting back on food and essentials and doing this now even before we get to the winter. And Liz Truss, in her ardour to seize the keys to number 10, is fantasizing about tax cuts. This is clearly an emergency that she cannot see or cannot understand, a bit like Nadim Zahawi, who maybe he is too wealthy to understand it as well. Maybe these people cannot imagine what it's like to be facing the breadline. Maybe these people need to have a taste of reality, because they're not getting it from where they stand and where they appear and pontificate on TV and on the media night after night. But maybe I've just simply misunderstood. Maybe, economics isn't my thing, and I'm much happier to focus on personalities like John Maynard Keynes, who I think is wonderful. And I love John Maynard Keynes' dictum, which he probably didn't produce, when the facts change, I change my mind. I'm very happy to change my mind. But I don't know whether Liz Truss actually is in a position to change her mind. It doesn't seem to be there. She comes out with an idea today and an entirely different idea tomorrow, and if you challenge it, she says you didn't understand. Well, I'm trying to understand what she's doing, and I don't get it. I just don't get it. The one thing which seems to be consistent in her plan is surely undermined by the interest rate rise that we saw the other day from the Governor of the Bank of England. Surely. And surely it's undermined by the news of all these many millions of people cutting back on food and essentials. No one's going to go out shopping because of Liz Truss's tax cuts. Or maybe the very rich will. So what are we saying? The Conservative Party, our next Prime Minister, is only going to govern the very rich? That's a little bit of a stab in the face, isn't it? Is it a stab in the face or a slap in the face? It's a stab in the back, slap in the face.